Miracles and Psychic Powers. Introduction. Although psychic powers are classified as expressions of higher knowledge, abhinya, psychic powers of all kinds, including the divine ear, clairvoyance, telepathy, and recollection of past lives, are mundane forms of higher knowledge. They are connected to mundane phenomena, belong to the domain of unawakened beings, and remain under the sway of mental defilement. People achieved these mundane forms of higher knowledge even before the time of the Buddha. They are not dependent on the arising of Buddhism. Psychic powers do not comprise the essence of Buddhism, and they are not necessary for reaching its goal. The essence of Buddhism, and that which accompanies the arising of Buddhism, is knowledge leading to the cessation of suffering and mental impurity. This knowledge, classified as the sixth and final form of higher knowledge, is called knowledge leading to the end of the tense, asava kaya yana. It is a transcendent form of knowledge, lokuttara abhinya, exclusive to awakened beings. It leads unawakened people to deliverance and purity, to freedom from worldly constraints, and to complete realization as a noble being, Arya Pugala. The mundane forms of higher knowledge can decline, whereas transcendent supreme knowledge is unshakable. Achieving transcendent supreme knowledge is superior to achieving all five of the mundane forms of higher knowledge. But achieving the mundane forms, in addition to transcendent supreme knowledge, is considered outstanding and a sign of perfection. The transcendent supreme knowledge is essential for a truly virtuous life. Mundane forms of higher knowledge are not essential, but rather enhance a person's personal qualities. B. Three kinds of miracles. The Buddha classified psychic powers as one of the three kinds of miracles. Patihariya 1. Idi Patihariya, the miracle of performing psychic powers. 2. Adesanya Patihariya, the miracle of mind reading. 3. Anusasani Patihariya, miracle of instruction, teaching of the truth, which leads to true insight and fulfillment. Here is how these miracles are described in the Pali Canon. 1. The miracle of performing psychic powers. There are some who perform various kinds of supernormal power. Having been one, he becomes many. Having been many, he becomes one. He appears and vanishes. He goes unhindered through a wall, through a rampart, through a mountain, as if through space. He dives in and out of the earth, as if it were water. He walks on water without sinking, as if it were earth. He flies through the air like a bird. With his hand he touches and strokes the sun and the moon. So powerful and mighty, he exercises mastery with his body even as far as the Brahma world. 2. The miracle of mind reading. Here a monk reads the minds of other beings, of other people, reads their mental states, their thoughts and considerations, and declares, "This is how your mind is, this is how it inclines, this is in your heart." There are some who, by means of a sign, declare, "This is how your mind is, this is how it inclines, this is in your heart." And however many such declarations he makes, they are exactly so, not otherwise. Another does not make his declarations by means of a sign, but after hearing voices of humans or of spirits or devas declares, "This is how your mind is, This is how it inclines. This is in your heart. Or by hearing the sound of a person's applied and sustained thoughts as he thinks, declares, this is how your mind is, this is how it inclines. This is in your heart. Or by mentally penetrating the mind of someone in a thought-free state of concentration, knows clearly the mental volitional formation in that person's mind, and knows that after this volitional formation, he will have this train of thought, and however many such declarations he makes, they are exactly so, and not otherwise. The marvel of mind reading, Adi Sanapatihariya, appears similar to telepathy, Cheto Pariyayana, or Parachita Vijnana, but it differs in that the former is still at the level of intuitive perception. It has not yet reached the level of direct knowledge, jnana. 3. The miracle of instruction. Here a monk gives instruction as follows: reflect in this way, do not reflect in that way, pay attention in this way, do not pay attention in that way. You should abandon this and dwell in the attainment of that. The Kevada Sutta of the Digha Nikaya, this passage is followed by a description of the Buddha appearing in the world and teaching the Dhamma, which instills faith in people, leading them to go forth as renunciants, develop good conduct, sense restraint, mindfulness and clear comprehension, seek solitude, develop the jhanas, and attain the 6 forms of higher knowledge, ending with knowledge of the destruction of the taints and the realization of arahantship. All of these results of teaching are examples of the miracle of instruction. Here are the literal meanings of the Pali words mentioned above. Patihariya, miracle, to beat back, drive away or destroy something that is unfavorable or hostile. Iddhi, psychic power, achievement, accomplishment. Adesana, mind reading, to indicate, reveal, point out, make clear. Anusasani, repeated instruction. Applying these definitions, the Patisambhidamagga explains the 3 kinds of miracles in a new way. It states that all virtuous qualities like renunciation, loving kindness, jhana, insight into selflessness, and the path of arahantship, or Iddhipatiyariya, in the sense that they lead to specific achievements and eliminate negative qualities like sensual desire, ill will, and other mental defilements. All virtuous qualities are adesana patihariya, in the sense that they only arise in the presence of a clear heart and unclouded mind. And virtuous qualities are anusasani patihariya, because the teachings have emphasized their proper application, cultivation, development, and balance. Although these are not common explanations for these miracles, they offer a thought-provoking perspective.